Hello, my dear children. In the last lecture, we have discussed about the nutrition in animals. Now, today we are going to discuss the complete process of nutrition or digestion process in case of human beings. So, today we are going to discuss digestion process in humans. For this first, I am going to draw a diagram of human digestive system which will show the esophagus or alimentary canal of man along with the digestive glands. And then only I can explain you the full process of digestion in humans. So let me draw the diagram. I'll start from the esophagus. This I am drawing to show you pancreas gland which looks like this. Now let us come to the alimentary canal again after stomach. This is a large intestine I am drawing. We will keep on labeling also, children. Now this is a small intestine. Besides this, we are also going to show this gallbladder here. It is a leaf-like structure. Now let me label the diagram. This is esophagus, that is also called as a food pipe. This one is stomach. This is gallbladder. This is pancreas gland. This is the duodenum portion of the small intestine. This one is the jejunum portion. And the last portion of this is called as the ileum. In fact, this ileum joins with the cecum part of the large intestine, like this. Now, this was stomach, this is large intestine, and this is jejunum ileum. This portion is called as the appendix, which is a vestigial organ. This is anus. This one is small intestine. This one is large intestine. Now, this is the transverse colon. Transverse colon. This is rectum portion. Rectum. And this is cecum. Cecum is the first or proximal part of large intestine. This is the ascending colon. Ascending colon. And this one is called as the descending colon. So this is what we have drawn. This is the digestive system, alimentary canal, and digestive glands of humans. So now this diagram we have drawn. Now let me make you explain that this is the esophagus. Before esophagus, it was what? Mouth was there, which is a small opening or slit, After mouth, buccal cavity will be there. Buccal cavity will lead into esophagus. Esophagus can also be called as a food pipe. After esophagus, stomach will be there. This is the stomach shown. Stomach will lead into small intestine. The small intestine is a highly coiled tubular structure. The proximal part of small intestine is called as duodenum. After duodenum, the middle part of small intestine is called as jejunum. And the next part of the small intestine, that is the last part, that is called as ileum. This ileum will join to the large intestine at a place that is called as cecum. So cecum is the first part of the large intestine. After cecum, colon is there. This portion colon is called as a ascending colon. This one is called as a transverse colon, and this one is called as a descending colon. The last part of large intestine is called as a rectum, and rectum will lead to anus, through which all the undigested waste material is thrown out of the body. Now besides this, there are digestive glands also. Gastric glands are present inside the stomach. Besides this, gallbladder is there, which is found attached to the small intestine, and it is having a common duct. This gallbladder will secrete the bile juice into the small intestine, that is duodenum portion. Pancreas is a leaf-like structure which is present just below the stomach, and this is also having a pancreatic duct which joins the duodenum portion of the small intestine. So all the secretion from the gallbladder as well as from the pancreas is poured into the duodenum portion only. That is the first part of the small intestine where a lot of digestion takes place. Now let us come to the process of digestion. Process of digestion in humans. Now what was the first step? The first step was intake of food, or we can call it as ingestion. In ingestion process, intake of food is done through mouth. Now in mouth the food is chewed, masticated and sent to esophagus. Now after ingestion, the main process is second step of nutrition, that is called as digestion. In digestion, the digestion of the food starts from mouth. After mouth, buccal cavity is there. In the buccal cavity, as you know, there are salivary glands. So the digestion starts here only. Salivary glands will do the digestion of starch, and that starch will get converted into maltose. This partly digested food is then passed to stomach by esophagus through peristaltic movement. Now this partly digested food is sent to stomach through esophagus with the help of a movement that is called as a peristaltic movement. Actually, this peristaltic movement is the movement of muscles of the esophagus. Fine. Now there are continuous rhythmic relaxations and contractions in the muscles of esophagus, in the wall of esophagus, and that will lead to a regular movement, and that movement is called as peristaltic movement. Now, after this, what will happen in the digestion process? This semi-digested or partly digested food will reach to stomach. In the stomach, food is churned for about 3 hours. Food is churned for 3 hours and broken down into smaller pieces. Due to the presence of, now stomach consists of many things. It consists of hydrochloric acid, and this hydrochloric acid will make the medium of stomach acidic, and in this acidic medium, protein digestive enzyme, that is pepsin, will break down proteins into peptones, as well as gastric lipase will be there. This gastric lipase will partly break down lipids. Now, secretion of gastric juice is actually stimulated by the sight, smell or thought of food. Now, after this partly digested food will move to this partly digested food. This is a partly digested food. This partly digested food will lead to the small intestine, and the first portion of this small intestine will be duodenum. Now duodenum will receive the secretions from gallbladder as well as from pancreas. Now these secretions are from gallbladder, it will receive bile juice, and from pancreas it will receive pancreatic juice. Now this pancreatic juice and bile juice, they both are alkaline in nature. So the digestion and emulsification of fats occurs at this place. Bile juice is especially meant for emulsification of fats. Here in the duodenum, fats are emulsified by bile, remaining proteins are digested by trypsin and starched by pancreatic amylase. Pancreatic amylase consists of two enzymes, that will be trypsin and pancreatic amylase. Trypsin will act on proteins and pancreatic amylase will act on starch. Now duodenal wall secretes bicarbonate ions which make the medium alkaline. In the duodenum, the medium is alkaline. Alkaline medium is provided by the bicarbonate ions which makes the medium alkaline. Now this, which are secreted by the wall of a small intestine, secreted by the wall of duodenum. Now this partly digested food now enters in the ileum. This will now enter ileum, that is the last part of the small intestine. In ileum, a juice is present that is called as a succus entericus. This succus entericus is also called as a intestinal juice. Now at this place digestion is completed. Completed means whatever carbohydrates are there, they get completely converted into glucose. Whatever proteins are there, proteins get completely converted into amino acids. Whatever fats are there in the food, that will get converted into fatty acids and glycerol. Now after this ileum, the digestion is completed in ileum. Now after the digestion process, the next step is absorption. After digestion, the molecules are broken down into simpler water soluble forms. Now they are to be utilized. So they pass through this wall of a small intestine, which contains blood capillaries and enters into the blood. For absorption of fat, special capillaries are there. Blood capillaries are present in the wall of intestine. for absorption, as well as lymph capillaries are also there, which are meant especially for the absorption of fats. And these lymph capillaries are also called as lacteals. Now the next process in the process of digestion is assimilation. In the process of assimilation, the food is utilized. It is what? It is actually utilization of food. The nutrients dissolved in blood are carried to all the parts of body. Nutrients dissolved in blood are carried to all parts of body where they are utilized for building up and replacement of cells or obtaining energy. Now, after assimilation, the building up of cells and replacement takes place. Building up of cells as well as replacement of the cells, and of assimilation also contributes to obtain energy. This energy is released by the process of oxidation during respiration. Now the last step in the process of digestion is digestion, that is the fifth step. In digestion, the undigested food is then collected in large intestine where water is absorbed and remaining waste is expelled out, where H2O is absorbed and remaining waste is expelled out of the body through anus, and this process is called as digestion process. Now, let me discuss some of the important points uh, related to nutrition. These important points are as follows. First, teeth helps in the physical digestion of food, while salivary glands help in the chemical digestion of food. Teeth helps in the physical digestion, while salivary glands helps in the chemical digestion. Peristalsis is an involuntary action. It is an involuntary contraction and relaxation of gut muscles. Contraction and relaxation of gut muscles, which help in the movement of food downwards. So this is all related to the nutrition process. We have discussed the nutrition process in humans, various steps of nutrition. I think you have understood, children. Thank you so much.